What were you saying? What were you saying about Egal?
He don't want to say nothing because he'll get clipped.
No.
I
want to save. I want to save my combined 11 for when I'm going to do it. But
Okay.
I'll be honest. Their goalkeeper is booty cheeks. Like, he's terrible. He is one of the.
He's the reason they got past Liverpool and Villa. To be fair,
yeah,
but I
he's
don't
one of
rate
the
him
worst
either.
goalkeepers. What he's good at. Him and Emi Martinez are probably some of the best at saving penalties. We don't want to go to penalties with Donnarumma. I would say Ray has been better. Hakimi over Timber is what most people would say. So I'm surprised you're putting Timber there. But 1v1, Timber is one of the best demons out there. Mendes is definitely better than Miles Lewis-Skelly at this point. What else?
Is he better than Tierney?
Is he better than Tierney?
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, he is better than Tierney, bro. He is better than Tierney. Vitinha shouldn't be in there. It should be Fabian Ruiz.
Wow, Vitinha should have. Oh my days!
I think Fabian Ruiz is better than Vitinha, in my opinion. But that's that. And if you're gonna put Vitinha, you have to take out one of Partey or Rice and put somebody else in there.
Yeah, but you can't take out Rice because he's amazing apparently, according to you.
No, Rice is amazing. That's why I'm saying Vitinha should not be in it. It should. I think if you're gonna balance it out, you put in a more attacking midfielder next to them, and I'll put Fabian Ruiz, but maybe that's based on my opinion.
Amazing, because I would say Vitinha is the one I leave in personally. But
where's our captain in this, Dan?
Martin Odegaard doesn't get in. Martin Odegaard on form doesn't get in.
I can't lie.
Martin Odegaard on form doesn't get in.
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard when he is on form, so he's obviously off form. When he's on form officially, which I don't know when that was, maybe at Sociedad 5 years ago. For a couple of games.
Got an Odegaard agenda, and one thing I need to say is you need to cleanse your soul and maybe just like let it out. Let it out.
I love it, yeah. Cleanse your soul.
Yeah, like let it out.
Let it go. Go away, Anna. Okay,
you got an issue with Martin Odegaard. You know what? Odegaard, all he has to do is have a good performance, and you're gonna give him a standing ovation, and then maybe you'll get off his back a little bit.
Yeah, guess what? I watched Isco yesterday. Yeah, balled out again, go off after 60 minutes on his 33rd birthday, score, assist, run the game, and still got man of the match 5 in a row, and got player of the month last month.
You know something? You get more enjoyment watching other teams play football than
I actually do, because this club pisses me off, Egal.
No, because you're so invested that everything is negative. You can't be enjoyable. When you watch other teams, you're detached. You enjoy it. When you watch Arsenal, you're so attached. You can't be objective and be happy. So
really?
Maybe 1 second. Maybe when you're watching Arsenal, try not to be so like agenda driven and just look at some of the positives.
Okay, when Declan Rice slapped them 2 free kicks in, was I agenda driven? Okay, when Saka scored, was I agenda driven? When Martinelli went, when we slapped PSV, sorry. And in fact, let me tell you right now, Egal, yeah, when we first played PSG, Lil Tim's is in this chat, and anyone else who's in this chat, yeah, that watches me on a regular basis for more than just little clips on TikTok that are getting clipped up to boost their own platform off of my name. Yeah, let me tell you right now, when we got PSG, I said we're absolutely pumped them because they're shit. Yeah, I also said when we went 2-0 up against Man City on my watch along, yeah, now going to slap 5 past them. Do you know why? Because I've been up and down that fucking M1 and M6, yeah, and M62 or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, and then Moss side and all that crap. Seeing us get banged every time. I've never seen us get a draw against Man City live. Yeah, when we played PSV and it went 3-0 or 4-0, whatever it was at half time, I said, now go and do double digits, slap them. Yeah, when we played Aston Villa, yeah, when we play, not Aston Villa, sorry, Burnley, Sheffield United, yeah, West Ham, yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah, the problem is people like yourself only see little clips of me on TikTok, yeah, and Twitter taken, as your buzzword is, out of context. And I see people, Dan, I sent you a text the other day of a guy in my chat, yeah, who said, I used to think you were negative all the time. However, yeah, in fact, we had one yesterday, Kenny and DJ. Yeah, I used to think you were negative all the time and blah, 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 blah. But now I watch the content, I actually understand what you're saying, and you're not as aggressive and angry when you're live as the clips suggest you are. Famzone TV, the same. I go on there. They all hated me. I go on there. Now they like me because they got the perspective in a calm manner. Yeah, and this is the problem. People say I profit off a win, a loss, or whatever. Yeah, blah, blah. Nobody cares, bruv. I turn up every day, outwork me, and shut up. Right. My point is, yeah, I am not negative for negative's sake. However, yeah, I will call out bullshit when I see it, based off of the fact I've supported this club for a long, long time. Not as long as Kenny and DJ. Yeah. However, I've seen this club be successful. I've seen us beat Madrid. I've seen us get a Champions League final. I've seen us win the league at White Hart Lane. I've seen us win at Old Trafford. See double, cup double, so on and so forth. Yeah. I've seen us win in Europe. Yeah. So this is the best version you've ever seen of Arsenal. I get it.
No,
However, have a bit of respect. No, but have a bit of respect is my point. Yeah. For people that are a little bit older, yeah, that have actually seen this and don't rate Martin Odegaard. Don't rate some of these players as highly because we've actually seen Paul Merson. Paul Merson shits all over this fucking captain, mate. Yeah, I'm not even taking a piss. Liam Brady for Kenny and DJ, piss all over him. I wasn't lucky enough to see that era. And that's my point, yeah? The era of social media is just player FC and manager FC. And on that bombshell, we're going to slap PSG. Fuck them.
What's the score?
Look at that. Negative, man.
What's
Get
the
out
score?
of here.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, bro. I said that, and I'm doing a preview with PSG INT.
Me too.
And I told him last time we're gonna slap you. You lot are rubbish, and we slapped them. Yeah. So don't think that me and Kenny don't sit there on fan cams. No, wait, Egal. Don't think me and Kenny don't sit on player ratings and on streams. Yeah, and on fan cams praising this football club. Oh, you don't praise the club. Go and watch the fan cams, mate, because we do, Kenny. Yeah, we do. But not only that, we don't.
Mikel Arteta got 10s, so I got 10s out of 10 for his performances last season.
They don't clip that though, Kenny, because I'm the problem, innit? I'm the problem. They don't clip that shit. Yeah, they only clip me to boost their own platforms off of the back of me being so-called negative.
Lee, nobody's sitting here talking about you as a YouTuber. Nobody's sitting here talking about you personally. I'm just speaking about your opinions on football. I do find you're a lot more pessimistic. I'm a lot more optimistic. And I do find, forget about the word negative, but you do view things that make you more, things that get you more irate and more talking points that you bring up are more negative. And I see that you're inconsistent because you're quick to talk about players and managers after they have a good performance. But when Arsenal players have a good performance, what the fuck did we win? So what did Batiste win so far for you to constantly keep bigging up Isco and their manager?
You've asked me a question.
What has Pep Guardiola won this season for you to big him up some of these games?
I didn't. In fact, if you actually go and have a look at my last tweet, I slagged him off.
No, bro. I let you finish. You mentioned things on a regular basis. You mentioned things on a regular basis, which I disagree with. But when you are inconsistent yourself and you called out on it, I can mention, if I just go through what phase is this manager in, a bunch of managers who've been sacked over the last 6 months, what phase are they in on your Twitter? And it's like, Arteta, you don't give him enough praise.
Okay, so stop right there. You asked me about, Pep. My last tweet about Pep, was literally tonight at the full-time whistle. Pep called that game a cup final, then celebrated like he'd won one. All that to go from 5th to 3rd. That's how quick standards can drop in a football club. Shambles. Yeah? What we're doing here. Yeah? As for Isco, that guy's won 19 trophies in his career, mate. Yeah? He's come back from a fibula injury. Yeah? And he's played 16 games this season. Yeah? I think he's had man in the match nearly double digits, mate. Yeah? And guess what? He's in a semi-final of a European competition as well. Yeah, so you can't dismiss him because he was playing at the same club as Martin Odegaard at the same time, mate, and they binned Odegaard and kept him. Yeah, so what we're doing is won 5 Champions Leagues, 5 Club World Cups, so on and so forth. Yeah, let's not do this with Isco, bro. Yeah, let's not do this with Isco because you'll get buried. Yeah, respectfully.
What has he won?
What has Isco won? 19 trophies, mate.
No, this season at Betis, what has he won?
The same as Martin Odegaard.
So why does it matter?
It does.
Based on your standards, why does it matter?
It doesn't.
No, you're inconsistent.
However,
Lee,
I'm not inconsistent. No,
this
Joker, no, I'm not inconsistent because you screenshotted Odegaard sub to standing ovation and posted it out on your Twitter and I mudded you again, right? So you posted that out on your Twitter. So when Odegaard has a great performance, I post it on Twitter, no? Do I post it on Twitter? Odegaard sub to a standing ovation, man in the match performance. Do I tweet that? So I'm consistent with it, right? When he drops a shitter, I'm consistent with it again. So it's the same, no? Thank you. Mudded again. What are we doing here? This is crazy. Yeah, you actually have it on your Twitter page and quote tweeted my tweet yesterday when Isco went off and got man of the match. Right? You then screenshotted my Martin Odegaard sub to standing ovation, man of the match performance, so on and so forth.
No,
Yeah. So I do give praise when it's due then.
What did you say in the tweet? Tell people what you said in the tweet.
What the reply to that? What the reply to that?
No, what did you say about Martin Odegaard in the initial tweet?
The initial tweet. 1 second. This guy, brother, I swear down. This geezer. You're saying I'm inconsistent, but you've just admitted I post out when Odegaard's played well.
No, the initial tweet, which you're deflecting from.
Oh, Isco, man of the match performance, scored, run the game on his 33rd birthday, sub to a standing ovation. Odegaard could never.
And that is the point.
When was the last time Odegaard actually scored?
Do you see what I'm saying? He said Odegaard could never, but in the same breath, he's saying, I'm being consistent. I give Odegaard praise when he does do well. You're not.
And you quoted it, yeah, with me giving Odegaard praise for man of the match performances. Am I lying?
What's that, Christian? I can't
see.
That.
That's a 9.4 rating on SofaScore against
team of the season for last year, yeah? Voted by the players. Martin Odegaard as the
okay, cool. Can you show me the World 11 and how many times Isco's got in it?
Because they don't do it. Premier League.
Okay, can you show me how many times Isco?
Like him, but all the Premier League players voted with the team of the season.
Fantastic. Can you show me how? Can you show me how? Can you show me how many times?
Captain, you know.
My captain. That's won nothing. Jesus Christ, what are we doing here?
What has Isco won this season for you to keep calling him this great player? I get it. Lee, you're not consistent. Just keep it as it is, bro. Just say when I hold my Arsenal players to a higher standard and we'll be okay with that wording. But you don't want to admit it